stay focused whenever I clap my hands. You clap with me, see if you have the ability. Some of you are a little bit slow. Some of you are like, whoa, that's okay. As we go through today's program, I'm going to challenge you to be focused, ready all the time, because you never know when great stuff comes. You don't know if you're yeah. Some of you are overachievers. You'll do very well. As we go through today's program, challenge you to be focused, ready all the time. Good job, kind of shake it off a little bit. Turn to somebody close to you, tell them they're doing a great job. Turn to somebody behind you, tell them they're doing a great job. Turn to the person who is sitting where you're sitting and tell them they're doing a great job. Wait, like some of you are looking around going, there is nobody sitting in my seat. That would be you. 2 promises today. As we go through today, 2 promises. First promise is this: we're going to have fun, we're going to laugh. Second promise is there's a message. It is my job to make sure that you're entertained today. You're going to be entertained. It's your job to make sure that you don't miss the message. Some of the stuff that I'm sharing with you today is going to be stuff that if you apply it, if you'll use it, it can. And it can change your life. It can change your perspective. And that is my purpose today, is to get you to see things a little bit different. In fact, I want to get you to think. I want to get you to think about you, where you are, your life. The first tool that I want to share with you is, it was up there when you came in. You've probably heard it before because I've been here so many times. The word is Yogo Whippy. Can I hear you say it? 1, 2, ready, go? Yogo Whippy! Can I hear you say it like you mean it? 1, 2, ready, go? Yogo Whippy. Y-O-G-O-W-Y-P-I. If you can read, you figured it out. Each is an 8-letter acronym. Each letter stands for a word. You probably figured out it means you only get out what you put in. You want to get a lot out of your education experience, you got to put a lot in. In fact, you only get out what you put in. A friend of mine tells a story about his first college class. How many of you are planning on going to college? Awesome. Where are my 8th graders? Make some noise, 8th graders. 7th graders. 6th graders. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? It is the same everywhere I go. Whenever I ask 8th graders, where are you? It's always the same. 8th graders, you've been around a while. You're like, yeah. When I ask 7th graders, 6th graders, 8th graders, let's pass some wisdom on to the 6th graders. Does middle school go fast, yes or no? Yeah. And guess what? When you go next year, when you make that transition into high school, the seniors will tell you the exact same thing. They'll say, man, if you thought middle school went fast, high school will go that much faster. It goes fast. Today's a good day for me to be talking to you about you thinking about what you're going to do with your life. My friend says in his first college class, it was Philosophy 101. 8th graders, this day is closer to you than everybody else. You know, you're going to have that day where you go to your first college class. Some of you will go to large schools and where there's like 300-400 people in a class. It was one of those classes, you know, a big lecture hall with, you know, kind of auditorium kind of seating. So I walked into this class and there was all these young freshmen just like me. They were in the class and they were sitting there, and the professor walks in and he's standing at this podium and kind of going through some stuff, and before he ever spoke a word of his lecture, he peers over the top of his glasses and he tells all of us, he says, I've been teaching this class a long time. He said, I know exactly what's going to happen as we proceed through the semester. He says, some of you will move to the front of the room, you'll get involved in my lectures, you'll do the readings that I assign, and he said, you will get more out of this class than just a grade. He said, some of you are here because someone told you that you have to take Philosophy 101 in order to graduate from college. He says, you're here with a high school mentality. You're here because you think you have to be here. He says, I can deal with it. You can do whatever you want while you're in my class. You can sit in the back. You can read a book. You can listen to music. You can even sleep. And he says, if you show up for my class every single day, I will guarantee you a seat. And about that time, somebody raises their hand and says, excuse me, sir, you mean all I got to do is show up and you're going to give me a seat? The professor says, yeah, that's right. Someone else raises their hand and says, sir, what is the catch? And the professor says, there is no catch. He says, you and I live in the United States of America, one of the most abundant cultures in the world. We live in a country that is filled with opportunity. We live in a country that has government programs that are designed to take care of people who don't care. He said, if all you want to do is survive in this country, you're going to survive. You'll be okay. The problem is that all we really want for our life, is just surviving? Just going through the motions, just getting by? Here's what I believe in your heart of hearts, whether you will admit it outwardly or not, that in your heart of hearts, You want to live a life that means something. You want to have a job that matters. You want to have a career that is worthwhile. You probably want to contribute to society and make a difference. Well, if that's what you want, then you got to put something in order to get that. That's what Yoga Whippy is about. So on the count of 3, you're going to give yourselves 2 claps. You're going to turn to somebody close to you. You're going to tell them 3 things that you learned so far today already. When they're talking to you, you're going to make sure that you listen to them. Here we go. Hands up. Count of 3, 2 claps. 3 things you just learned. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Make sure you get 3. Go to work. 3 things. Get 3. Go.